Indeed, indeed. And so we were talking about earlier that June is what is captioned Black Music Month. A lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah. So I thought I would raise the level of awareness about it. Number one, because you know this, but your listeners might not. Music is my passion.
Absolutely, yes, I do know that.
Yes, you know that. And but when it came around this time, for the last 3 years I've been aware. So when it came around this time, I said, well, I think I want to talk about it and make it an intentional purpose. And so I called and reached out to you, and you said, come on. So here I am. I am certainly not the inventor of Black Music Month. There is a sister, her name is Diana Williams, and she's affectionately known as the mother of Black Music Month. And she was married to Kenny Gamble. I don't know if you know Kenny Gamble.
Of course.
Yes, Philadelphia sound.
Writer, songwriter, singer,
producer, executive. And in 1979, they came together and decided, well, what would it take to create a month? So, like you were saying earlier, the actions speak louder than words. They drew up a draft and went to some legislators. Bill Clinton.
Yes.
In 2000. Then in 2009, President Barack Obama made it official, and he upped it and called it African American Appreciation Month.
Yes.
So now it is a bill. It is established by legislators, by people of means and people of affluence, that this is the month to celebrate.
Right.
I just wanted to bring this part, that gospel is one of the strongest music in our culture, because when you talk about the civil rights movement, you had Mahalia Jackson and you had others who were a part of the movement.
Yes.
And when they had to sing and when they had to come together for prayer, it was gospel music.
Absolutely.
And so the second thing I want to bring to the audience is that gospel music is such a rare and valued commodity. There's a university called Baylor University who has created a whole wing to the preservation of gospel music. Not just gospel in this century. We're talking about maybe from the 1930s to the 1970s. They have individuals who's given $5 million to invest in the preservation of. Only that, sir. My family, we come from traditional Black music. Traditional music. Yes, I love Kirk Franklin, and yes, I love those others who are now new, Mary. But I'm talking about Mahalia Jackson. There are people who are in this who are not going to allow it to die. And so in this Black Music Month, while we celebrate jazz, while we celebrate the blues, while we celebrate pop music, let us also celebrate gospel. Let us also celebrate the tradition. And even before that, Pat, I want to talk about how when our ancestors were in slavery,
yes,
and they would sing certain songs weren't just singing in the cotton field just to be singing. Those songs were also code messages.
As you mentioned that, back in the slavery days, the slave masters, they were afraid to put slaves together, so they always want to segregate them,
right?
Because they believe they're going to become too powerful. They didn't want to teach them to read because they're figuring that they're going to be, become too powerful. So, different segments of the plantation, they try to segregate them.
Right.
But in the nighttime,
In the night.
They would communicate by way of drums.
Yes. Yes.
One over there, like half a mile away, can communicate with another one over on the other side, and they do it by way of drums.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Communicating that way. So that's where the music is coming from. Just like you say,
yes,
in the gospel side of it.
Right.
You know, chanting. They used to chant.
Yes.
You know, I was looking up a song today, just couldn't find it. I think it's in there somewhere. It's Bob Marley, the Honorable Robert Nesta Marley, with a chant. Where it's merely drums, you see? So we're going to even talk about that. But yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication. And communication that was about the saving of a people, the saving of a nation, the saving of a village, and sometimes just the saving of one person trying to get from one place to the other. So while we're celebrating, yes, we like rap, and yes, we like the beats, and yes, we like to move our booty, but it's more than that. It's more than that.
Right.
There was a system back in the day. There was a system. There was a reason for everything they sang and for everything they did. And if we were just to take some time to read about it, take some time to understand it, then we would be able to implement some of those very same things in our own life.
Yes.
And I say this because people think that singing is just singing. No. Singing is like praying. It's actually praying twice.
Right.
Because the melody brings in a vibe. And the lyrics brings in the vibe. That's why it's praying twice. And so our singing should not be taken for granted.
Right.
There's power in singing the right song. There's power in lifting the right words. And again, it's a prayer that you're praying twice.
Right.